form of training, and theatre is like a university.
There's a destiny. I can help you find it.
Donna, I'm pumped. Hi everyone, you're welcome to Binging with Game Changers, where we delve into the minds of people with celebrated brands and careers, so we are all able to smash the sort of ceilings they've been able to smash and basically just do big things. Before we delve into today's show, how have you been? Me, well, something happened recently, guys. I was somewhere, I went for work, I think, one of my legal clients, so I had a meeting, and then I walk in, and I meet this guy. Honestly, I didn't even know I knew him from way back. I didn't recognize him. He was now so big. And he then walks up to me and says, hi, Seyi, how are you? And I'm like, sorry. But when I look, you know how when you look into someone's eyes, then you now know, oh my gosh, it's you. Oh, and then we hug, how are you? How's everything? Guys, when I got to the car, I said a prayer to God. This guy, I had a crush on him when I was a teenager, and he was already in university then. He was like the epitome of what a guy should look like. And I used to say, this guy should toast me now, he should toast me now. Never, I never look at my side. And then you're thinking, imagine you meet such a guy and then he's looking and you're thinking, what did I see? I'm sure you guys, you know what I'm talking about now. Ladies, hit me up on social media, on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at the BWG Show. Let's talk about this. As in, really, it's important not to make some decisions when you're young, because you've not seen where that guy is going to. It's amazing. And when you're young, I think you can be infatuated over anything. So it's not even a safe time to commit, whether your mind, your heart, or anything. But let's talk about it. I might be wrong, but let me know. Let me read your thoughts and let's share. When we return, we'll be meeting our game changers. See you. Welcome back to the show, guys. You are about to meet our game changer for today. She's awesome. She's a big deal. She's all that. Yes, we have Lala Akindoju with us. She's an actor, multi-award winning actor, yes. Casting director, producer, winner of the AMVCA Trailblazer Award. Yes, that's a big deal. She's the CEO and founder of the Make It Happen Productions and the convener of the Open Mic Theatre. I love that because it gives aspiring and new actors a platform to get noticed. You'll be shocked the kind of names that have been noticed through that platform. Welcome with me to the show, Lala Akindoju. So nice to have you on the show, darling.
Thank you for having me.
Ooh, I love the song. So this is your jam, really?
This is my all-time favorite.
Really? Why? Tell me about it. You're so lovey, mushy. What's with you and this,
Love and mushy.
Is it a moment, or is it just something, is that love in your heart?
There's always love in my heart. And then I'm a romantic. I'm a hopeless romantic. I'm very mushy, and then I love Omaomi. I love Omaomi. In fact, she's like a singing machine. She has this big voice, and she's very African. And
I know you like Africa.
Yes, and she's able to sing with pidgin English and sing serious chords in music using pidgin. And then that song in particular is it's become a very big favorite of mine. I think it's a song that wouldn't it wouldn't go out of fashion.
Lovely,
yes.
lovely. How are you today, Lala?
Very well.
You studied insurance.
Yes.
And now you're in theatre. And in fact, right immediately after you finished studying insurance, you dived into theatre.
Yes.
Why? Most people would have probably worked 2 years, 3 years in insurance expert, but why was it?
I mean, I think I always knew I wasn't going to work with insurance because I'd always been this expressive child, performing, doing all kinds of things, debating, all of that. When it was time to go into university, I was confused. And I got into school, but from when I got into university, I was already singing, I was doing backup vocals. And in my second year, somebody hired me to do a play called All I Want for Christmas, 2005. So that was my first time, and it was amazing. And that was the day or the period I knew that was what I wanted to do, that I wanted to act.
Beautiful.
But then I was like, I'm not studying theatre arts, I'm here studying insurance. What am I going to do to hone my skills and get trained? And then I decided to do theatre. And I made a list of the actors I wanted to be like, and all of them had strong backgrounds in theatre. So I was like, I have to do the process and go through the theatre to build this talent and career. So I did theatre for 5 years.
Beautiful.
So by the time I was graduating, I had started working fully as an actor. I was part of the team that started Theatre at Terra. You know, we started it together. So I was doing plays every single Sunday.
Lovely.
For like
Would you say that was like your training ground? Because I ask this because there's people watching and dreaming of like, you know, being like you. And I noticed, it stood out for me while, you know, I was reading up on you that you would spend 5 years doing theatre before delving into the film industry. Would you recommend that to a newbie?
Oh, definitely. Because training is important. And many times, not everybody has the opportunity to go and have a first degree in performance or study theatre arts or go to film school right after high school. Sometimes you're trying to find it. But when you do realize that this is what you want to do, I don't think talent alone is enough. You need to go through some form of training. And theatre is like a university. You're going to work on every part of your body, your skills, your lines, everything. So that was like my training. That was my baptism of fire. You know, that's the way I am the producer that I am today. Those 5 years.
You're the brain behind amazing productions like V Monologue, London Life, Lagos Living, The Wives. And you did all of this before the age of 30, Lala. How were you not cheap? And I know these ventures are not cheap. Because my husband and I love to watch plays, so we go to a lot of those. How were you able to get investors to believe in a less than 30-year-old girl? And you are not even all these kind of girls. You know, girl.
Lekpa.
Yeah. How did you do that?
Honestly, I didn't think that none of it was going to happen. All I had to do was think it. And I knew early that I was called to greatness. And I didn't just want to be an actor, wait for a role, cast me and move on. I knew I wanted more. I knew I wanted to influence what was done. And after working for 5 years and doing all of that theatre, I felt like I can produce plays in my sleep. And I thought that, you know, with theatre, there was a gap. And people weren't doing plays and getting the attention that they wanted. So I remember my first play, when I did the V Monologues in 2013, I went to partner with the Cody Rights Initiative for Democracy. They owned the material. And then I said I will cast all these big names so that people don't know me, but they will come and watch the big names. So I had Mama T, Taiwa Jail. I said it was her first time on stage after being abroad for so long. Wow. So I had Mama T, I had Kate Henshaw, I had Bibo Akintola, I had Dakore, I had...
The big wigs, basically.
Yes, and then there was this lady. I tried to create a spot for somebody who nobody knew. Her name is Rita Edward, and I'm so proud of her because Rita is now, she's steady, you know. And, you know, I told everybody that, you know, this is what I'm trying to do. But when it came to raising the money, honestly, I didn't get any sponsorship.
Are you serious?
I didn't get any sponsorship because...
How did you pay for the hall? How did you pay the actors?
So there was, I had some money, small money, but then I had done the economics and the mathematics. I wasn't going to run the play for longer than 2 days. It was my first time. I was afraid. I'm like, I hope people come. But then I put all these people, so we done extensive marketing, which, you know, zero budget. So I was like, the things I can get for zero budget.
A lot of butter.
Yes, butter is, you know, I'm like, I'm going to give you butter, I'm going to give you these people. So with the media people, I had people supporting me, Red Media, you know, just say, Lala, we'll support you. And people who had seen me grow. So I begged, borrowed, and I stole.
Funny.
I know. But the production paid for itself.
Beautiful.
At the end of the day. I mean, people didn't get paid premium. That's the actors.
Okay.
A lot of them did it like, Lala, oh my God, you want to do this, we'll support you. But I dare say we sold out all our seats. Beautiful. And we made money. At least I was able to pay the actors. For my crew. I mean, so every dime that I made for the next 6 months, I spent paying for the production.
Wow.
Yes.
I think what you did was beautiful because I've seen so many people have such dreams. They think it and then they don't move because there is no sponsor.
Yes.
But you did it. You borrowed, like you said, you begged, you maximized your relationships, and you made it happen. And you've done so many more. After. And I'm sure those ones are definitely more profitable, have been more profitable than the first. Yes, they have.
At least they've gotten my foot through the door. And people are like, what do you want? I'm like, I did this play. Okay, come. I can talk to you.
Beautiful. It gives you amazing. Yes. Lala, you're a businesswoman. When we return, we'll be learning a whole lot more from Lala. See you in a bit. Welcome back to the show. We're still speaking with Lala Akindoju. She's been described as a trailblazer in the film industry, and I totally endorse that. She is, because she is awesome. But I find it interesting, Lala. that while you were still trying to find your feet in the moving industry, you started open mic theater, you know, and you created a platform for other upcoming, as far as you were up and coming as well. Yeah. You know, for new artists, aspiring artists to be able to display, you know, showcase their talent, and you had, you know, the big guns seated, and you know, it's amazing, you know, it aided careers of people like Adeyemi, Okanlawon, Adesua, Etomi, Adeyemi. Yeah. That's amazing. First of all, I have to give you kudos. But what would make, what you find is that most people, when they've not chopped belly full, they can't feed someone else. What made you take that step?
Okay, so Open Mic Theatre started in a year where I was getting no work. So I won the Future Awards Actor of the Year in 2010. And, you know, that helped me, and I got more confidence, and that was when I started working, or trying to explore opportunities in front of the camera. But in 2011, it felt almost like an anticlimax. I wasn't working. And I was frustrated, you know, it was like, what's going on from somebody who was always working, always busy. And then I used to hang out at a place called the Lifehouse, you know, and Ugoma Adegoke, who runs the Lifehouse, good friend of mine, said to me that, Lala, what are you doing? I have space here. Do something with this space now. You know, when we look at you, we just think culture, performance, you know. And I was not like, I can't produce anything at the moment. I don't have money. I don't want people to suffer. Producers have owed me. I can't do it to people. It's not like, but you can do something like an open mic format. Nobody's going to demand so much from you. And, you know, we had that conversation, and I'm like, oh, wow. Singers have, like, open mic nights, rappers, musicians, but there's no way you can go where you're like, where will I find an actor and see what an actor is doing? And it's not a show you paid for. It's not an audition. I'm like, there's a gap there, you know. And then I remember I called and said, okay, I ran it by a few people. I'm like, okay, what if I did? And we started the first night. I'm like, I just called any actor that I'm like, come and perform something from something you've done before. Because I didn't want to stress people out. Just perform anything that you've done before. It's like actors are meeting. So it's like actors are showing like, you did this. Oh my God, I'll go and do that. And then gradually, because I'm also, I like to educate. I like to teach. I like people to study properly. So I found that actors sometimes don't study. But with Open Mic Theatre, I started putting out themes. So I'll say, okay, the next edition of Open Mic Theatre, actors should prepare monologues from a certain film or certain films or something. And then people will start doing research. There was a time we had the Nollywood edition. We did pieces from Nollywood films from the 90s. There was a time I said, go get monologues on pieces from the Kate. So Kate Henshaw, Kate Beckinsale, Kate Blanchett, you know, and I would have to think. So even now, when I say, guys, it's Open Mic Theatre, they're like, what's the theme? I'm like, you know. And gradually, you find that there's so much material or there's no material. You know, we've had the comedic edition. Around the time that we're going to vote, we had the patriotic edition. I think that's one of the most amazing editions of Open Mic Theatre we've had, because you find that there's so much material on nation, on country, on fighting, and so many pieces. But then it also showed that nobody was archiving Nollywood films, and we couldn't pull many monologues from Nollywood films. So it's like these things will aid conversation. So when I get on platforms, I'm like, are we archiving? Are we storing films? How can we, you know, get some films?
What's the business idea now? Lala?
Yes. Well, well, we need to collaborate.
I know, I sense it.
Yeah, there's.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You know, it's Lala, the brain behind a lot of big things. Well, yeah, researching on you, I realized that this girl is a silent gun. Yeah. I mean, London Life, Lagos Living was a major thing. The Wives was major. You were even casting director on Giddy Up. Yes. I watched every season of that. What was that experience like?
It was amazing because I met Jade Sola. We studied for our masters together. Oh. And so we were always in the same group. And then there was like this, you know, you get each other. And so when Jade was going to start, Giddy Up is Jade's idea and her baby, she actually called me and said, you know what, Lala, you understand Nollywood, and you know, this is what I want, and I think let's come together and let's do it. And you know, she gave me that platform and that opportunity. And you know, I had the responsibility to get fresh faces, to find people who were not everywhere, who were not overexposed. I
noticed that.
And I dare say that Jade is a sticker for excellence. Jade knows exactly what she wants, and she's not going to rest until she gets it. So, you know, we would bring actors, I'll show her, she'll say, no, look at it, look at it. You know, until we found the actors who eventually grew with the show. And that was great. And I think that was like my first proper credit as a casting director. I've gone on to cast for HBO, I've gone on to cast for many other films around the world. So yeah.
Lovely.
Silent God.
She said, yeah, silent God. Amazing. What would you say stands you out on your job?
First of all, excellence. Excellence. In fact, some people tease me. Lala, her middle name na excellence. Like, people actually say that. Lala will say,
Why did they say so?
Like, I'm always like, you have to have an excellent spirit. It's like a song. They chant it. So we may not have, I may not have all the money, but it will be excellent. It will be great. It will be amazing. And then the stories that will be told with the work that I do.
I love what you said about you. I may not have all the money, but it will be excellent.
Yes.
Because I agree. It's not always. It's not money. that that always leads to excellence.
Yes.
I realize it's a state of mind and it's a determination.
Exactly.
Amazing.
And I find that many people. So many times I'm working on a set. I'm working with crew, and they're trying to cut corners, and I'm like, guys, no, we're not going to. It's either we don't do it, or we do it excellently,
and
we won't compromise.
Anything.
It's not. And by the time you've trained people, you find that they know how you work. But I mean, I'm the actor who I don't drop my script until it's a wrap.
When you say you don't drop it, you keep reading, or I
keep reading it, yes.
Okay.
Because I'll keep finding new things. So even if I did the show last night and I'm doing the same show today, I will read it again. Before I don't touch my phones when I'm working. I think it's wrong to use your phones on set.
I agree.
So people always say Lala. Sometimes they look at me, she's too serious. Her own is too much. So over focus maybe.
It's good now. It's fair enough.
I guess, but yeah, those things I say. So if you want to get into those, I'm about process. I'm about structure. I'm about doing it the right way. Don't do what you're not meant to do when you're working, because a doctor is not going to be pressing his phone in surgery. That's my own surgery.
I love how serious you take your job. I can feel it. It's all over you, and no wonder you stand out.
Thank
That's
you.
the truth. I was watching, was it 50 recently?
Maybe, yes.
And you were the cleaner.
Housekeeper, yes.
It was just how many minutes?
Yes.
But I was watching, and you were so into that character. I was like, wow, she's good. You are good.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lala, for coming on the show. It's been a
me.
pleasure speaking with you.
Same.
But you're not going anywhere yet.
Hey.
When we return, we'll be meeting our corporate game changer, and then there'll be a game. See you in a bit.